Of course, is JSW Energy. The first quarter was operationally good for the company. Their profits surged, aided by net interest cost and depreciation, while net generation also increased by about 18%, and as a result of which the stock holding up with a gain of about 1%. Our colleague Vivek Iyer caught up with Sharad Mahendra, who's the joint MD and CEO of the company, to discuss their first quarter's performance. The stock, after having a 13-14% sort of rally over the last couple of months, is now sitting with a 1% gain. So the obvious first question would then be, what does the company see in terms of FY25 panning out? Listen in.
Quarter one, if we see for the country and also for JSW Energy, for us has been a very happening quarter. The demand growth, when we talk at the country level, has continued to be robust after exhibiting a 7.5% annual growth last fiscal. In the current year, we have seen a demand growth of almost 11% in quarter one, which has been primarily driven by, of course, the weather conditions, also the manufacturing sector growth, which is there, which is robust and is driving the power demand. So overall, the power demand scene looks to be very good. And going forward also, we expect this momentum to continue in the full current year also. As regard to our performance, against country's demand growth of 11%, what we have seen, our demand growth has, our sale growth has been 18% in terms of generation, primarily driven by higher thermal and renewable assets. Hydro has performed extremely well. The growth in the hydro power generation has been 61% for us. Though at the country level, the hydro generation has remained muted when we compare with last fiscal quarter one. But on Sutlej Basin, where our Karchamwang 2 and Baspa plants are situated, the hydro generation has grown by 38%. But better availability and reliability of our plant, we have exhibited a growth of 61% in hydro generation, which has been one of the major drivers. In addition to that, the new capacity addition, what we have done in the renewable energy space, also contributed along with the better machine availability of the existing assets. Overall, our demand growth of 18%, these have been the major reasons. As regard Vijayanagar, what you said, the PLF has remained low. It is primarily because of the issues related to the water availability because of the extreme weather condition, which has normalized in early July. So that was the reason that the generation was comparatively lesser when we compare with last fiscal.
Understood that, sir. So thermal PLF during the quarter improved to 76.4% versus 70% Q1 FY24. How do you see thermal PLF trends panning out for the rest of FY25? Like you mentioned, hydro PLF has been very strong. Now the other question is, merchant tariff for the quarter was at 5.27 rupees a unit. Can it stay at these elevated levels? How do you see merchant tariffs panning out?
Yes, sir. In fact, if we come to merchant tariffs, which despite very good availability of power supply from all the thermal stations, because of the intervention which Government of India has taken in last 1 year, the coal stocks at most of the thermal plants in the country was at a very comfortable level, resulting in higher generation and meeting a strong demand growth of 11% what we have witnessed. Going forward also with so much of solar capacity additions happening, round-the-clock power solution, till the time the storage starts contributing in a sizable manner, thermal PLFs are expected to remain at elevated levels around the same numbers what we have witnessed, barring the seasonality when we see apart from that. But on an annualized number, we expect increase in thermal PLFs going forward.
Okay, so you expect increase in thermal PLFs going forward. Now, FY25, now you're much better placed to give us a sense of the guidance. So what do you expect to see in terms of top line, in terms of EBITDA, in terms of PAT? Also, the second unit of Utkal Bharat, 350 megawatt is yet to come on stream. Has it come on stream as we have begun Q2, or do you see some more delay over there?
There are always some teething issues when we come, but we are happy to tell that we have already lighted up the unit, and it is in the process of stabilization, which generally for any new plant, especially based on low CV domestic coal, takes some time to stabilize. But we expect during this current quarter, definitely this unit will be online and will be start contributing to our revenue and margins.
Okay, and so a word on the guidance that you want to give for FY25?
Yeah. See, as we have earlier said that FY25 to reach a number of 10 gigawatt, we are very well on track. When we have ended Q1, we have crossed 7.5 gigawatt, and the work which is in progress of the projects which are under commissioning during various stages of the current year, along with commissioning in the current fiscal of our 240 megawatt greenfield hydropower plant in Kutehr, Himachal, along with the second unit of Ind-Bharat, we are absolutely confident that we will be crossing this 10 gigawatt number in the current fiscal. This is what the guidance we had given earlier also. Over and above that, if we see that the amount of bids, which I have said earlier also, which we have won during Q4 of last fiscal and in the current year first quarter, our total locked-in capacity, which include the running capacities plus the work in progress and the other letter of awards what we have won, we have reached a number of 16 gigawatt, which will be commissioned in coming years.
Okay. You're also constructing Asia's largest battery energy storage system with close to 1 gigawatt capacity, which has already been tied up with SECI. When will it be commissioned? Explain to us the unit economics over there, and also what kind of top line and EBITDA contribution can you see from this particular development?
See, this is a very, very highly remunerative project, the work which we have started on ground. And we will be definitely commissioning this entire 1 gigawatt hour, which is Asia's largest, as you said, battery energy storage capacity by June 25. In terms of when this bid was won and tariffs which were discovered, after that we have seen a significant moderation in the prices of battery cell, which makes this particular project highly remunerative for the company.
So newspaper reports also indicate that you're interested in the likely acquisition of Sinnar Thermal. Can you give us a comment on the same? If you are interested, what kind of valuations will you be reasonably comfortable with? And also, what does it add to your portfolio, given the fact that you have very aggressive capacity addition plans?
Yeah. See, the thing is that there are many platforms, assets keep coming in the market. It is a routine process that we do assess each and every opportunity which is present in the market. And rather than commenting on any particular opportunity which is there, because there are multiple opportunities on which we are working and evaluating, as and when we are confident that the benchmark returns are protected, we will definitely be keenly looking towards any such possibility in the market space, rather than commenting on a particular asset.